Hey, what's up, Chuck, man? I see you got that
Yeah,
ad Astra, bro. This is cool, man. And you got it
yeah.
on movie premiere too, so we can watch it at the
You
same
know,
time. Yeah, it's cool, bro. I'm excited about
you know
this.
how color commentary do. Yeah, I got my boy Brad Pitt. Know it's gonna be great, man. I can't wait to see this movie. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to check it out. Let's go and check it out. You ready? All right.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm feeling
All
good,
right.
ready
Let's
to do
go.
my job to the best of my
Yeah.
abilities.
Okay.
I'm unsure of the future, but I'm not concerned.
Oh, I
I
like
will
that intro
rely on
scene.
those
Okay.
closest to me
Well, that
That
was
and
was
will
cool.
share
fun.
my
Yeah.
burdens. And
Like,
I will live and love.
Okay.
I'm calm,
Hmm.
steady. I slept well,
Okay.
8.2 hours. No bad dreams.
Oh, hey, I
All
like
good as
that.
gold,
That
ready to do
moon
my
scene
job to
right
the
there.
best of my
Okay, that was a
ability.
little something,
I'm
something.
focused
I'm talking
to
a
the exclusion
lot
of
better
all
right
else.
now.
I will make only pragmatic decisions. I will not allow myself to be my mind to linger on that which isn't important. I will not
Okay.
rely on anyone or anything. I will not be vulnerable to mistakes. The future
Hmm.
of mankind and all.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what I always told myself.
Okay.
I see myself on the outside, smile, present a side. It's a performance with
Oh,
eyes on
sure,
the
sure.
exit.
Wake up, man. You gotta fall
Always
chair.
on the exit.
Well,
Just
Wake
don't
up,
touch me.
wake up, man. You gotta fall chair.
I recall
nah,
how we
bro.
used to watch black and white
Just let me
movies
go,
together.
Chuck.
Musicals were your favorite.
Let me go, man.
I
No,
remember you
no,
tutoring
Rashad.
me in math.
Don't go. No,
You
don't go into.
instilled in me a strong work ethic.
Saturday morning.
All right. This, of course, is color commentary where we give you views from a different side. Tonight, we'll be reviewing the new movie with Brad Pitt, Ad Astra. Of course, I am your host, Rashad Waters, owner and founder of Block Band Music and publisher of the company that gets you music and instruments from marching bands across the nation. And, of course, my compadre.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Get nice and cozy over here. About to take a good nap. But yeah, Chuck Taylor here with Can Face Party Easy. Yeah, this movie was definitely a snooze fest. Get comfortable.
But Chuck, all the critics said that this movie was so great. Brad Pitt's acting was amazing, and the director wanted this to be the most realistic space movie you've ever seen.
It was boring, all right. Yeah, realistic space movie, boring. So he did what
All
he was
right, well
supposed to do.
let's go ahead and get into this, sir. So, what is your non-spoiler review on Ad Astra starring Brad Pitt?
Uh, non-spoiler review. I was actually kind of hyped by this movie. I saw the previews, and they always chop up the previews, make it seem like it's going to be kind of sci-fi action type of cool things that are
Mhm.
going to happen. So okay, what's this about? I got Brad Pitt in it. I like Brad Pitt and mostly all his stuff. As what's the old dude, the old guy from MIB?
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, Tommy Lee. He up in here, so I'm thinking like, okay, it's gonna be like some type of sci-fi, something they gotta save the whole world, some crazy, you know, um, some crazy ride that you get to go on, space movie that we get to watch with this. And I turned it on, bro. That thing, whew, it was hard to get through. It felt like it almost felt like when you go to like one of those massage places, not parlors, but like when you get like if you have like a shoulder injury or something, and they put you in the room and it's real quiet, they got your own treatment and stuff, and all the little nice quiet music is dark in there. That's what the whole movie reminded me of, like in a dark room with soothing music that just kind of like just stays consistent the whole way through, and maybe somebody opens the door and lets some light in and it closes it. And that, to me, that's what the whole movie felt like. It's like darkness.
So
You see a little bit of
that
light.
whole movie with that one scene on Mars where they were in the room with the flowers on the walls.
Basically, it's just a lot of looking, man. It's just a lot of just. I guess they try to show their emotions through their physical actions. How their facial expressions are, how their body language is, and how the tone of the music is. And it's just supposed to make you feel like I'm assuming it's supposed to be playing mind games with you, trying to help you emotionally get over things. That's what it seemed like with the movie. It's just like emotional roller coaster for the main character. Like he has something that he just can't get over, and goes down this whole pathway, and then really doesn't come to any climax with that. Nothing happens for that, but you see him go through this emotional ride of his life, and it's very boring. That's all I can really say. It's really boring. It has a couple little highlights that I really liked. I'll get that in the spoiler. But just the movie is slow.
Yes, a couple.
The pacing is slow. You don't really know what's really going on a lot of the movie. I think that's the biggest thing I didn't like about, like, it'll have something exciting happen or something interesting happen, and then it just lets it die down, and you just like, okay, what's happening now? Like, I keep seeing him going to more rooms, talking to more people, and putting on different suits, and that's the whole thing of the movie, is watching Brad Pitt change his clothes throughout the whole movie. Change his clothes to different uniforms. I mean, how many wardrobe changes does this dude have? I'm like, how many space outfits can you wear? But yeah, he has a lot of them in all different. It goes in all different places in our little universe here. But yeah, I was disappointed. Just let you know, I was disappointed. I would not recommend this movie for anybody. Once it comes out, what was that other movie? I think it was like The First Man or something. It was the one that talking about the first guy on. Yeah, that movie. I think I keep getting thrown off with these space movies. Like, I keep thinking there will be action-packed Star Wars thing, but no, they're literally just guys shooting up in spaces that take regular spaceship, not like Star Trek. Nothing cool like that. They just have a regular spacesuit on, and they're floating around in space. So
I'm trying to remember if you saw Interstellar.
I did see Interstellar, but I didn't see it like with a review. I just saw it like later on. That was what
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. That was more like that. To me, that movie had some twist in it, though. It actually had some resolve at the end of it. This one didn't have anything like that to me. It was just like pointless actions and a pointless movie throughout the whole thing. Like, nothing happened by the end of the movie that couldn't just been done at the beginning of the movie. And,
right.
and real quick, it just didn't make sense on a lot of things. Like, physically, this type of stuff cannot happen. Like,
right.
Unless you're in like Star Trek type stuff where you can beam people down and go light speed and stuff like that, this stuff can't really happen. Like, the stuff that happens at the end of this movie are not happening with regular technology at all. Right. So he failed on that one. But what about you? Did you like this?
Technology, Jerry rigged it at the end. Or something else rigged, how we call it. No technology, please. Oh, bro. Man, yes. First of all, I just want to let everybody watching know that this is entirely Chuck's fault that we watched this movie. I had no intention. I saw the title, I was like, okay, what is this about? And I watched the preview, and I was like, that's big.
Yeah, it's
trying to get me to watch this. But I thought it would be something. But this movie, it was, to me, it's not just boring. It really has no purpose. It has no message that it's trying to get across. Like, there's a couple of messages that come up here and there, but then that message is not, it doesn't follow throughout the movie. You don't come out of the movie thinking like, yeah, that's a lesson I need to learn. Or, yeah, human beings need to do this, or me personally. Or I didn't feel anything that I learned from this movie. And don't get it twisted, I can really read a movie and follow the messages and things. I had a conversation with a guy about Us a few weeks back, and he talked about how it was a subpar movie, and I was like, "Are you crazy, bro? Did you hear the symbolism?" And I was just killing him with all the symbolism that was in that movie. So I get symbolism, I get messages, and all that type of stuff. And it was just a hodgepodge of just things happening. And they said the acting from Brad Pitt was great. I like Brad Pitt as an actor. This is,
I do too.
if you talk about being monotone and talking the same way, like I gotta get to like that.
He didn't have any range to me. I didn't see a bunch of range. Like I didn't hear him. I didn't see him really get emotional. He was like talking. Basically, you hear him narrating it to himself half the time. Why are they so happy? They know what's gonna happen. Why am I even here? I'm like, this is getting weird. This is getting weird, Brad. You okay? So,
oh, that's good. Yeah, but that's pretty much like, yeah. It kind of fell into like the Captain Marvel thing, like the beginning of Captain Marvel. There's like, oh, you can't be too emotional, so therefore she spent the whole movie being emotionless. And it was like the same thing, like at the beginning of this movie. They're like, oh, even when you were falling, your heart, your blood pulse never got above 80. So because of that, he's supposed to be calm in every situation, no matter what. So he's like, don't kill me. I'm not here. Ooh, sorry. Ooh.
Yeah, that part was hilarious to me. I was rolling. I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah. So I do not recommend this movie. I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it again. When it comes to critics, I think that critics sometimes they see so many movies that you kind of, and not just of like one genre, but like everything. So you really want to see something that's different. This movie is very different. It is, but it's not. But just because it's very different doesn't make it good. So color commentary is here to break it down for regular people, regular poopies who see an average amount of movies in a year. Okay, so yes, trust us, this movie's not great. Now let's go ahead and get into the spoiler review. Spoiler. Go ahead, Chuck.
Spoiler. We're both thinking the same thing. I might give it spoiler. I'm gonna let you know the two things that I liked about this movie were the scene. It was like the only few action scenes I like. I like when the whole, I guess, I don't know, little Hubble base station blew up and he falls down to Earth. That was kind of cool, seeing what was going on and I was trying to figure out what was happening. I'm like, okay, he's falling all the way to Earth, like he's in the atmosphere. That was a little strange, also, but it was kind of cool, like kind of see him dodge stuff and make it down there alive. The only other part I kind of got into was when they were on the moon and the pirate people were trying to kill him with the little space cars, and they were talking about it's a Wild Wild West. Which one thing, why all the people that he's with die? Like everybody that he's with on some mission dies. Like that's his curse. Like if he's a part of your mission, everybody's gonna die. If he's on your space station, everybody on your space station gonna die but him. He knows how to do everything perfectly. Like he's like Data or something. He said, "What movie?" Right.
Look, the only time that's not the case is in Deadpool 2, where he's the only one that dies. No, actually, everybody died on that too, didn't they? Deadpool.
What's the name of this movie one more time?
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra. Okay, somebody asked what we're reviewing. I didn't want to mess up the name of it. Even it's the Brad Pitt movie that don't go see it. Don't go see it. But yeah, I only liked that part, and there was one other part with they went to, I guess, some spaceship that was abandoned or something, and dude is getting really ate up by a baboon. I don't know how the baboon got into space, but he was up there eating some dude's face. He was tearing that face up. I was like, oh, Joe, that's what I thought I was going to get. I was like, oh, Joe, we're about to see some aliens. We're about to see something crazy stuff that he got to stop and, make the movie better. I'm like, no, it's some rabid baboon that's literally in space eating some dude's face. And then it's like opening the hatch doors to try to get to people. So...
they just exploded him, and then he went on about business.
Then they explode him. Yeah, it was no big deal. And I was like, I guess he killed the guy. I mean, but why did Brad Pitt put the tape over his face, like over his shield, over his little visor? Like he started duct taping it. Like, what was that for? Like
I
he's
thought he
already
was trying
dead.
to save him, from the lack
I
of
did
air, but
too. I
yeah,
thought that was like duct tape. I don't really think that's gonna work in space as a, you know, as a barrier.
no, but Chuck, it's the most realistic space movie ever, bro.
I see. Yeah, I mean, duct tape this dude's whole helmet together so he doesn't die from the oxygen not being in the atmosphere or something. Like space gets sucked. I'm like, no, I don't think duct tape's that strong, bro. It's strong, but ain't that strong. So
My cousin said, so they on bath salt? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, this movie just had a lot of. I don't know. I don't think they thought it all the way through when they decided to write it. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Brad Pitt and we'll get Tommy Lee. Oh yeah, we're gonna have him in space and have some, emotional issues going on here, and he has to go find his dad in deep space to help save the world. Like, oh, that sounds great. And then when they actually wrote it down, they like, okay, this is like after the little action scenes happen, it's like, well, what are we gonna do on this part of the movie? We'll just have him just float in space and talk to himself and look at people and do nothing and then make everybody die. Like that's basically the plots of all the rest of the story. Like nobody else has any importance in the story. And by the end of the movie, it's just him at the end of the movie, surviving, of course. And Tommy Lee was a letdown. I thought they built him up so much, and then it really was pointless. I'm like, he's a dick, and then he kills himself right when his son finds him after like 40 years or something. Like, what was the point of that? And the whole thing with Brad Pitt surfing it in space through astro fields and a door in front of him, and then using, like, I don't know how he can just do this all in space. Like, I thought space is like you can't really move and get the stuff, but he's able to, I guess, rig his ship to explode with I guess the main, weapon or whatever, and shoots his ship back to Earth. Like, what? Like, I was spending the whole end of the movie like, what just happened? How did he get back? Why is he not old? Because it took him like 7 months to get to Mars. I know it's going to take him a lot longer to get back to Earth on that little pop. How did he stay alive? It's like all these unanswered questions. Like, this is stupid. The whole part of it is just stupid. Last 45 minutes was just a waste of time. So, yeah, the movie is strange and hard to understand. And yeah, you're going to feel like that at the end of it, Kimberly. You're going to say, huh? Like, what did I just watch? So, what about you? Sorry, the review was not the greatest, but that's how I feel. I feel like I don't know what just happened. I just wasted my life watching this movie.
I'm with you, bro. I'm locked in. We're right there, bro. I like the same things you like. I like the falling scene at the beginning of the movie. I thought that was cool and well done. And a lot of the times in this movie, there's a lot of silence at parts, and I like that because they're trying to say, hey, in space, there's no sound, so these things are happening, but you can't hear them, And so that was cool, And then, and I like the quiet battle on the moon. That was really good too. Like, you can hear a few things because of the helmet, but most of the time you couldn't hear anything. I thought that was cool. But that's pretty much it that I like. Now, was that your girl? I was Raina from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Was that her, or am I getting my people confused? The black girl that came in and she said, hey, I'm in charge of everything.
The black girl that dies?
The one that leads him to, remember, she takes him to the ship.
No, she is on S.H.I.E.L.D. though. She's the one that was the Inhuman girl. The one that was wearing those colorful flower dresses.
Yeah, that's Raina. That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said Ray. I was sorry. Raina, yeah.
Raina, yeah. Yeah, I was happy about that. I was happy to see her that she actually is still doing stuff.
More stuff. She got some work.
Yes. Finally, that's good. But that's it, man. Other than that, I did not like this movie, bro. So let me just get into some things. First of all, a whole bunch of that didn't make no sense moments, okay? I read the fact that the director wanted this to be the most realistic space movie ever. You a lie. Okay. First of all, the whole premise of the movie, the whole reason for this happening is apparently there is some type of ship in Neptune that they're using, or stationed in Neptune that they're using to chart deep space. All right. And then something happens and it causes an explosion or an energy wave so big that it hits Earth and like knocks out the power from time to time. Okay. Do you know how big space is? That's like not possible, bro. I mean, it's like, that's like you being in California and you taking aim at Durham and hitting it, except literally times 10 billion. Like, space is huge, bro. The idea that you would hit Earth without aiming at Earth. Okay, if you were aiming at the Earth, that could possibly be something. But if you're not aiming at the Earth, it's just a huge pulse that travels literally billions of miles, okay, and gets to Earth and knocks out the power. It's ridiculous. And then they're going to go up there and destroy it. They don't have to destroy it because you know what? All you have to do is wait for the next day because the Earth is moving. Neptune is moving. They are never going to see each other again, not for 100 years or so before the satellite will be in position again to be able to hit Earth. That's stupid, bro. Like, that's just dumb. Yeah. And then him surfing back to his ship, that is probably the single dumbest thing that happens in this movie. So he's like on top of a blade that's rotating. I think he chops it or something off, and then he times it just right. This thing is going this way, so we all know if it's going this way, if you jump off of it, you're going to go like this. Yeah. But somehow he timed it just right, so he's able to fly through an asteroid belt, okay, or through the rings of Neptune, and the things are hitting him, and instead of him being knocked back, like physics would say, he powers through them like he's being propelled by something. But he's not being propelled by something. The only energy he has is the energy that he used in order to throw himself off of the rotor. So if something else hits him with any type of force, it should knock him back because he's got nothing behind him. Yeah.
And he was going with some speed too. Like he was flying through that thing. Like I was like, did he hit like a jetpack on? Even when Tommy Lee told himself, "Let me go," and like shot himself off. Like, did Tommy Lee? Did he have like a jetpack on his? Because he shot off. Like soon as he unhooked, like he just went. I'm like, oh my gosh, he is like out there. Like they have like something they were using to propel themselves with their suits. And now you tell me that they didn't have anything, so it makes you feel like, okay, this was pointless. Like, what is this?
Yes. And he's got aim enough to throw himself off of a rotating thing to get to a ship that's probably a couple miles away through an asteroid belt. This is stupid. Again, if this was Star Trek, if this were Marvel or something like that, where we are supposed to check our minds at the door, and not think about stuff, okay, that's something. But if you're going to come at this from a realistic approach, this is what humankind can do, but just a few years in the future, you got to do better than try to create Silver Surfer. And then to top it off, he gets back to Earth by triggering an explosion that starts his ship back to Earth. It takes like 12 years to go from Neptune to Mars. Not less Earth. That's another 2 years. It might take longer than that. So any type of explosion that would knock his ship that far, that fast, would destroy the ship.
That ship, yeah. So what is this ship made out of? Like indestructible metals? Like it's like wouldn't it just blow this thing up? I mean, engulf it?
Ship made of adamantium.
And then he made it seem like it was like the bottle tops. And you shake up a bottle top or champagne, the cork. He was on top of the thing, and he was the cork, and then it exploded and shot him all the way to Earth, like on that cork of champagne that just popped open. I'm like, no, that's not possible. And like I said earlier, it's like he does everything perfect. Like he literally does everything. Even when you go back to when the pilot is having problems with landing on Mars. He's like
Yes.
looking at it like, are you gonna straighten this up? Okay, well, I'm just gonna take over real quick. I'm a master pilot. Takes no problem. I'm gonna land this thing, and we land. Perfect. All right. Dang, you need to get a grip, guy. I'm like, hey, he does everything perfect. Like he ain't hurt at all. Like he ain't got no wounds. I'm like, this is getting kind of ridiculous. Like ain't nobody.
And the design of that ship. Really, we're landing ships like this. Really?
That's how it was. Wasn't like that on Mars, though, right? With Born, the dude from Born Identity on Mars. Didn't they land the ship kind of like that?
I've never seen that one. Talking about whatever the movie's called. Yeah, I never seen that one. But yeah, that was dumb too. That's the best ship design.
I think they do land like that or something. Maybe I guess they landed like that to be able to shoot back off. But
I mean, it seems like you could land like this and then tilt the ship back up again.
I don't understand anything about space. I always wonder, like, why they gotta shoot directly? Why can't they just fly and then go up? But it's like, I guess you gotta have all the momentum to get out of the atmosphere. So, yeah.
And then they talk about the best acting for Brad Pitt, like how, like he was so monotone the entire movie. Like you talked about before, like there was no range. Yeah, no. And then the point of this movie,
he didn't cry. He just looked like he was lost the whole time.
He looked like he was lost.
He was like he just looked around like he was lost. Like he didn't have nobody to talk to. He was like, and then he would put his little fake smile on and go about his business. But he was like, he was watching everybody else the whole movie. So I was like, yeah, it's not the greatest acting job to me, but
yeah,
okay.
Yes. And then what was the point of this movie? Like, okay, there's one part where I thought, okay, this is what this movie is about. There's one very small scene where he's traveling from Earth to the moon, and of course, of doing that, he orders some food, and the woman's like, "That'd be $125." I was like, "Did I hear that right?" So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So this movie is about like how humankind has kind of gotten out of control, you know, with expenses and separation between the haves and the have-nots. Nope, that never comes up again. And then they land on the moon, and he talks about kind of how they've started to turn the moon, you know, like Disney World in a way. Like it was the great adventure, but now we've kind of humanized it and how we destroy worlds. Okay, all right, I see what this is about. Never comes up again. And then when he gets to Mars, and they're like, he's talking to his dad. And first of all, why did he have to go to Mars to talk to his dad?
So they can use their radio frequency so it can bounce off of the next planet and go ahead and get right to him.
I mean, it is the next planet. I mean, and so they're like, they take him off of the radio. So I'm like, oh, it's government scandal? Is that what it's about? That never comes up again. And the animals in space, it's like, oh, we're reaping what we sow, with science going crazy and stuff, and the animals are going crazy, Nope. It's just a hodgepodge of random stuff. It's stupid.
Yeah. You're definitely right. Hodgepodge.
Yes. So I'm done with this. Do you have anything else to say about this movie?
Works out of space.
What do you say?
Kim was on my white privilege works in outer space the best. Wow. Well, that did happen because the old black dude straight got destroyed. The only black dude I saw in the whole, and the other black girl, she got messed up like trying to shoot him. Like, why can't y'all just shoot from the top of the ship? Why you got to roll down there? And she just died.
Oh, that was funny.
It's like, what did he press the anti-gravity button or something? She just got like destroyed. Like, this is bad.
This scene is hilarious. Oh, wait, no, wait, ooh.
I come in peace. Oh, everybody's dead that was on board. I'm sorry for your loss. But I'm taking your ship to find my dick dad.
And then what's funny is he gets back to Earth and he doesn't have to pay any repercussions for that.
Nothing. That definitely white privilege. And he still has a haircut and looks like he's just been gone for like an hour or so.
Right.
No repercussions or anything.
So, Terrible. Let's
Dad
wrap
doesn't
this
have to
one
pay
up.
any. His dad doesn't have to pay anything for killing everybody on his ship. He just kills himself. No problem.
Yes. And his dad was such a jerk, bro. Like, how are you gonna kill? I get there, and as soon as you get there, you kill yourself. And if you're gonna kill yourself, why don't you just jump into space? Why did you have to pull me into space and then be like, "Let me go"? Why don't you just jump? That's
just
messed
untie
up.
yourself. And
Right.
jump home. Tosh posh.
Let me go. So let us go. If you like what we did here, if you dislike this movie as much as we did, then please leave a like, leave a comment. Maybe we saw something wrong. I don't think we did. We've seen a lot of movies. We've seen some really good movies, some well-written movies, and we've seen this one. Please tell us how this could possibly be a good movie. As usual, you've got to subscribe to survive. This is Color Commentary, where we give you views from a different side. I ain't got time to come up with nothing cool or nothing. Just views from a different side. Peace. Get out of here. Let me go.
Saturday morning.